One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Clemson's offense will go to work first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Sets up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start.
There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Love the route there by the tight end and man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Stop right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up 4th and long, you're gonna get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. So Florida State's offense will try to get something going. Their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He might want another play. He leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They'll go right back to the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Fires to the wideout. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Moulton. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what match?
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing the play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just made the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The give to the back. Makes a man miss. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Third down, red zone play. Crowd alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back, he gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left too.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, a first first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Davidson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Looking to the big tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now they'll run it to the right here. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. On third down, going up top. What a job to lay out and make the catch. It's first down from their own 23-yard line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Here comes the offense on second down. Rides the back and leaves it. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this team need that. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Timeout called by the... This is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Great place to start for this offense. Off play action on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Turning it on!
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to blow up.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. Second down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be...
Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's money time. It's third and goal. You got the option. You could run the football, still be balanced. Use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Denson. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Handoff from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's loose. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Noles line it up with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Finds his tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete to the right. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes the heat. They've got the screen set up. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Noles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. Gives it on the option. Creates a little room. running room. Touchdown Seminoles. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by 8 over Indiana. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Snagged in the middle, it's Turner. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw. It's Denson. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. From the gun, the running back has it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And the extra point ties the game in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The inside handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Might be looking to run. Crosses the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here, it would be a 60-yard attempt. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab outside, it's Robinson. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Denson. Unloads it left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the...
Time to take a shot. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Clemson Tigers offense comes onto the field first today. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
Oh, they're after him. Caught near the sticks. It's Moulton. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They believe they can run right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn up.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards, and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already, so a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
Wide open spaces. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking to throw. Rushes on him. Took a shot as he threw. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Working that wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball back quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Sends it back in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Virginia Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying play action. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Looking to get it in. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hokies. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run from the shotgun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB, and so many things to look at.
The give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to get the corner. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Back open in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
Quick completion on the out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Slams it ahead. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's the handoff. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this, we can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
To the air on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's a great job by the defense disguising what they're doing pre-snap to post-snap. You've got guys dropping back into zone coverage. Quarterback and offensive line think they're only rushing 3 or 4 guys max, but they blitz from the second level, and that's what was able to help them get home.
And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They were 3 for 3 already on 4th downs. Now 4 for 4. This offense, I tell you what, they got a plan on 4th down, and it's working. This defense has got to be frustrated.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. RPO complete to open the drive. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Hokies get it past the sticks.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Selden. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes. Whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Oh, out of space. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the move, it's Smothers. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little screen to the running back. Spins away from the defense. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Hokies have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. County on the Jets. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Lost a throw on 1st down. He's going up top. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one up.
Fires to the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. He stopped right there, short of the first down in this defense, trying to preserve the lead. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Wiggins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays.
It's a seam wide open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson will come to the line with the first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And in that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on third and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. looking for the goal line.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal?
Sneak gets it done.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash fourth and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Green. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now it's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Just keep swinging it. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.